I love this freaking movie so much. It's so amazing. So much that I had to wear my glasses on my second viewing. I legit wore my glasses because I was like, I don't want to miss any details. I'm a little nearsighted, so I kind of, see far in one eye and not so far in the other one. But when I put my glasses on, I was like, yo, these visuals just went from like 4K to 8K. It just was so freaking stunning. This is easily the most gorgeous movie in the entire Apes franchise. It is just so freaking beautiful. Those artists at that studio, Weta, I think that's what they're called, man, they just don't miss. Like the amount of detail, the amount of like just incredible like textures they got going on, like with lighting and just how making the apes feel real, living creatures. Of course they are, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's so freaking dope. How they're able to do that and make you feel something from these apes is even more amazing. Like these actors are freaking amazing. The actor who plays Noah, man, let me tell you, man, Noah is my favorite character. And he's also the main character in the movie for those of you who have not seen it yet. Noah is a very brave, albeit inexperienced ape, who is more experienced with climbing rather than physical, aggressive confrontations like that. So he takes quite a bit of a beating in this movie, but it's all a learning experience. It's a very powerful story, and Caesar plays a surprisingly prominent role in this movie. His influence, his morals, everything that he has ever done, everything he's ever taught, every value he's upholded is either used for good or is used for evil. And trust me, the evil side is pretty freaking bold in this movie. Caesar is like, he's like Jesus in this movie. He's like a prophet from a time long past. There's a religious element when it comes to Caesar. And the main villain, Proximus Caesar, who wants to call himself Caesar. He believes he's the new living and breathing Caesar. And he's weird. He's like a weird cult leader. He's a fanatic. He's obsessed. He has a goal and he's immovable in that goal. Like, no matter the cost, he will do anything to reach it. But we'll get there. In this story, we follow Noah. He's a young ape. He's a climber. He's part of Eagle Clan. And the movie pretty much starts out with him and two others, Anaya and Susa, I think that's her name. They're pretty much climbing to find an eagle nest so that they can take one egg each, raise it to become a full-blown eagle, and it'll be theirs. And that's pretty much what their clan is known for. They raise eagles. They have a big eagle farm, and each ape has an eagle. Unfortunately, his egg gets destroyed, and he sets out to find a new one in the middle of the night because he doesn't want to miss out on this ceremony happening the next day. They call it something else, but I don't remember what it was. He sets out in the middle of the night to find a new one so that he doesn't have to miss, until the next season. And so it doesn't appear that, anything happened in the first place. Unfortunately, things take a pretty dark turn when he runs into a very dangerous clan of other apes who are essentially the bad guys in this story, and they follow his horse back to his village where they pretty much burn the whole thing down and apprehend every single living ape in the village. It's pretty messed up. His father died in the middle of the battle, and he is the lone survivor, the only one left in his village that is literally just up in ashes now. He makes a promise to his father that he's gonna bring his entire family back home. So he sets out on a very dangerous journey to find his family, to find his Eagle Clan, and bring them home. There's a point where that they never cross. It's law from his elders that they are not supposed to cross into the outsider land, into the valley. But in order to save his family, he has to break that one rule and bring his people home. And he does that. He makes the bold choice and enters into the valley where they should never ever go. The world is cruel. Again, he's very inexperienced and he doesn't know what's out there. He really has obstacles left and right, and he's just learning and learning and learning along the way to be more cautious and to really be aware of his surroundings, because he doesn't know who he can trust and he doesn't know what's out there. He runs into an orangutan when he seemingly steps into a trap. I say seemingly because it's not really a trap. He just kind of fell through, but it seemed like it was a trap, but it's not. And this orangutan, he's very knowledgeable. He has a lot of wisdom, and he's carrying, like a little necklace with the same symbol. It symbolizes Caesar, his entire legacy, his legend. It symbolizes that. And essentially he lives and breathes Caesar's word. Noah doesn't know who Caesar is. He's never heard of him. The orangutan's name is Raka. And you pretty much get attached to Raka. Well, I definitely did. I really love him as a character. He's so gentle. And again, he has a lot of wisdom. He lives and breathes Caesar's word. He has a lot of good morals. Just a really good creature. Like, I love him. Noah knows the humans to be, he knows them as echoes. Again, this is generations later. He doesn't know anything about the world that came before. He doesn't know about Caesar and everything that he has done. He doesn't know why Caesar loves humans. He doesn't know anything. And Raka teaches him that in such a short amount of time. And then he quickly discovers that maybe the elders didn't tell him or his clan these things because they either didn't know or they didn't want to know, or both. So they had their own laws, and he pretty much thought those laws were widespread. But Raka's like, no. What Caesar taught is everything. And what Caesar taught is apes together strong. Apes shall not kill apes. All the good things that will help continue the future of his species. There are bad guys who twist those words. There are very bad guys who use his words for evil. There are very bad guys who stand on Caesar's legend and just uphold it in all the wrong ways. Again, they twist the words, they misinterpret it, and they pretty much, it's like they're weaponizing it. They're weaponizing it. So these apes, they hunt other apes, and that's exactly what they did to Noah's clan. This human that he's with, that they named Nova, her name is May, but they name her Nova. She's like pestering, like she's just stalking him, she's bothering him the whole time. And Raka is the one who is like the more logical one, and he's like, come on man, just ease up. She's very shady. She makes it seem like she's on their side. She tells them that she knows where they're taking his clan, and that they're taking him to a human settlement, and he believes it. Again, and he continues to show her compassion. She leads them to the human settlement, and they're ambushed by the same apes who have been pretty much been obstacles the entire time. The same apes that Noah has saved her from more than once. This is where a very sad part happens. This is where Raka unfortunately meets his end. I'm not sure if there's a post-credit scene where he turns out to be alive. Maybe there isn't. It's a very sad moment, and he does not make it. Then they're led into an entire ape lair, I'm gonna call it. His clan is there, and then like literally more than a dozen other clans are there. So these are all clans that Proximus Caesar, he's the leader of this clan, and he declares himself Caesar. He declares himself great and all powerful. And again, he's like a cult leader. He's weird. I mean, I can't get this out of my head. He's almost like a pastor teaching Caesar's word. Again, there's a religious element to this movie. Very powerful religious element. All these apes know about the legend of Caesar. Proximus teaches the legend of Caesar, but not in the right ways. And he has a very dangerous goal. There's this vault, and he's been trying endlessly to figure out what is in that vault. He thinks it's something that will give them instant evolution. So he wants to be able to do all the things humans have done in their time, but better. He's like, they can fly, they have weapons, they have vehicles, they have this, they have that. I want to learn how they did all of these things, and I want to teach it, and I want to advance our race. So if there's weapons in there, he's going to arm the apes, and he's going to solidify his dominance over the land. In this movie, it makes sense why it's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Not only is Proximus trying to expand his kingdom, the whole freaking world is essentially the apes' kingdom. The apes are the dominant species, whereas humans are more in hiding. They're more in shelter. They're not widespread. It's believed that most of them don't even talk, and they lost their ability to speak, which is true. But they're pretty shocked when May speaks for the first time, and it's kind of hilarious. Speaking of May, Proximus and his apes, they've been looking for her. She's pretty much up to no good. She lies to Noah and tells them, oh, they're bringing them to a human settlement. When they get there, the whole settlement is apes. And then he learns that Proximus found her communicating and working with humans, which exposes the truth entirely about why she's there in the first place. She has her own agenda. She wants Noah to help her not only destroy this place, but get inside the vault and destroy everything that's in there by destroying the dam that they built to let all the water in and just flood the whole thing so that Proximus and the other apes cannot arm themselves and make themselves stronger. That's her whole mission. But she lied all the way to get there. She's like, I'm not helping these apes. And it's pretty messed up. Yeah, she meets her goal entirely. Even if it doesn't really go how they planned it originally, she gets what she wants. She goes in the vault. She's like, oh, there's just something in there, a book. She lies again. There's a book in there that'll help humans speak again. Whole time, it's like a communication device, where at the end of the movie, when she gives it to these humans who are hiding out in this satellite hangar armored place, I'm gonna call it whatever, they're able to establish communication from another part of the world, and they communicate with humans wherever they are so that they can, I guess, regroup and figure out how to reclaim dominance over the land, essentially. So that was her mission. Noah's mission was simply find his clan and bring them home. They just want to live in peace, right? Well, he learns that humans and apes cannot coexist. He's not so sure that they can't, but he has a pretty strong inclination that they can't. Because if humans have dominance, and he knows they will never stop, if humans have dominance, they will just put the apes in cages. They will just lock them away and treat them like animals, not as living and breathing conscious, beings. They just want to live in peace. And he says humans will never stop until they reclaim their dominance, which is true. And honestly, this story is told completely from the apes' perspective, and I love that. I'm with Noah on this one, man. Like, even though Proximus was a pretty shitty leader, and he's posing as like a new version of Caesar, as shitty as he was, he's not wrong. He can't really trust humans. Apes cannot trust humans. And he's menacing, bro. He's scary. He's a fanatic. He just won't stop. He's obsessed with evolution. He's obsessed with evolving his species. He's just obsessed with the whole idea of advancing his race, especially even long after he's dead. Yeah, it's just so freaking good. My favorite character is Noah. I love that actor's performance. It was freaking powerful. It was so amazing. The motion capture, visual effects, CGI, all that. Oh, it's just, there's nothing I haven't said before. It's freaking good. There's no doubt in my mind that this movie should be nominated and or win an Oscar. If it doesn't, then that's a freaking shame. The story is really incredible. Again, very ambitious, very bold, and it's very original. And I really like that they take the foundations of the previous movies and they have somehow crafted a very powerful story to continue the franchise without it feeling like it's a gimmick, like it's just another cash grab or just another thinly plotted film just to advance the franchise in no good way at all. It's not a cash grab at all. This tells a genuine story. It's very personal, and they are genuinely trying to tell something brand new and fresh, and they have definitely achieved that, which is why I honestly gotta give Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes a 9.5 out of 10. That's pretty freaking good. Like, I'm not gonna change that. Definitely one of my top movies of the year by far. Like, I saw this movie twice. I think this is the only one I saw twice this year. This is the only movie this year that I've probably seen 2 times. I'm probably wrong about that, but for now, I'm right. I don't care. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It might be in theaters for a little while longer. Inside Out is coming out and Bad Boys is already out, so they might get rid of it soon. It's already been a month. It might last a little bit longer, but if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch this movie immediately. It's so freaking good. If you don't get a chance to see it in theaters, definitely rent it or wait till it comes on streaming. This movie is freaking good, y'all. Like, trust me. I'll tell you if it's bad. This movie is freaking good. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and make sure y'all hit that bell button somewhere down there and stay notified when I post my next video. Please and thank you. Please. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.